News that we bring to you with a heavy heart. Former First Lady Barbara Bush has died. Now, we reported over the weekend that she decided to stop medical treatment for her health problems and seek comfort care instead. We learned just a few hours ago that she passed away at her family home in Houston. So we'll begin with a look back at her time in public service with Kenneth Craig.
Former First Lady Barbara Pierce Bush's political roots ran deep. She was a distant cousin to the nation's 14th president, Franklin Pierce, but America knew her as the matriarch of a political dynasty, the wife of the 41st president, mother of the 43rd president, and a governor.
I'd love to have a hug.
And she liked to think of herself as everybody's grandmother.
And speaking of glamour, I want you all to look at me very carefully. Please notice the hair, the makeup, designer clothes.
Mrs. Bush seldom held back her opinions. During the 2012 presidential primary elections, she even criticized the candidates from her own party.
I hate the fact that people think compromise is a dirty word. It is not a dirty word.
But her legacy is literacy. As First Lady, she launched a campaign to help people learn to read. She visited schools, reading to children, and wrote a book about her beloved family dog, a Springer Spaniel named Millie.
If more people could read, write, and comprehend, we would be that much closer to solving so many of the problems that plague our nation.
Mrs. Bush was raised in a New York City suburb. She attended a prestigious private school. She was 16 when she met George Herbert Walker Bush during a Christmas break. She left college to marry Mr. Bush after he returned home a hero from World War II. She had 6 children and lost a daughter to leukemia at the age of 4. As the wife of a congressman, ambassador, CIA director, vice president, and president, she spent decades in the political spotlight. She preferred privacy, but still campaigned for her husband and sons and used her homespun wit to charm the press.
I have more fun on the campaign trail, and I hope you guys don't get near me. I hope you all leave me alone.
She avoided any public involvement in her husband's role as commander-in-chief. But when President Bush fell ill at a state dinner in Tokyo, White House staffers called on Mrs. Bush to calm international concern about the president's health. Her lighthearted response broke the tension.
I can't explain what happened to George because it never happened before, but I'm beginning to think it's the ambassador's fault. He and George played the Emperor and the Crown Prince in tennis today, and they were badly beaten. And we Bushes aren't used to that.
Barbara Bush will be remembered as a gracious First Lady who headed one of the nation's most prominent political families. Kenneth Craig, CBS News.
As you can imagine, Barbara Bush is trending on Twitter tonight. Lots of people echoing this thought from Apple CEO Tim Cook. Throughout her life, Barbara Bush showed us all the importance of charity, literacy, and love of country. This woman set aside her political differences, posting, "Because of her, I was a literacy volunteer teaching adult women to read." And credit for her work at home from this poster. Former First Lady Barbara Bush is a testament to the power of motherhood. She raised a president and a governor. And we love this quote from Barbara Bush's commencement address at Wellesley College back in 1990. "Somewhere out in this audience may even be someone who will one day follow in my footsteps and preside over the White House as the president's spouse. I wish him well." A trailblazing woman who will be missed. Barbara Bush was 92.